Last time on Knights of the Rolled Table, the party journeyed to a halfling community of Heaven's Breath, where a majority of the population have been missing at a nearby healing potion factory, Heaven's Sent. In order to find the missing Turtle Knight, who has been seen working as a recruiter for the company, the group poses as workers trying to get an interview. After watching an uplifting orientation video and testing their combat prowess against delivery drones, they each go through a psychological profile where a person from their past offers them something they really want. Diedre, Igneous, and Yenni are charmed by the pitch, and now they are poised to defend their ally, Sozeb the Industrious.
You are in this big throne room with a big stone altar and an iron throne, and on this sits who you assume, based on his orientation video appearance, Sozeb, the Industrious, and he is a halfling wearing a waistcoat. He's very cut, as we've said before, dark trousers, tan skin, heavy, thick eyebrows, and a bald, shiny head with piercing blue eyes. And he says, "Well, if y'all aren't going to fall in line, then I'm going to have to ask my new friends here to take care of you. Let's go." So I have initiative for everybody. We are going to start with Igneous, who is fighting to defend the honor of Sozeb, the Industrious. You are facing each other. You are basically in a 3 versus 3. Igneous, Diedre, and Yenni on one side facing Flint, Melbin, and Theo on the other side. Next to Sozeb, about 50 feet away from you, is Sozeb in his throne, and next to him is Pluon Kendokar, the Turtle Sorcerer, who you came here to find. You talked to briefly a little bit earlier, and he's just kind of standing there looking nervous. Igneous, what do you want to do?
Probably go attack Flint. If I size up my old friend, what am I seeing?
You see your old friend. He's wearing some heavier armor than last time, so he seems a little beefier than before. But he's standing steadfast with his greatsword, and I mean it hasn't been drawn yet. He's just kind of looking at you like,
Iggy, you all right?
In a well-lit area.
There are some shadows, but they are more on the outside corner, like the perimeter of the room, about 20 feet away from where you guys are in the center.
I will move to a shadow step to the nearest shadow behind him, and at the same time engage my cloak of camouflage, which he doesn't know about. Does he know about it? Wait, I'm going to take that back. No. I'm thinking about the legend of the camel that attacked the fortress that he might actually know about.
That's. Hold on, I'm going to roll for that. Hold on, I'm going to roll a intelligence check, a history check to see if he remembers the cloak of camouflage. Let's see. Stupid. I'm not going to tell you, but you can do what you want to do.
Igneous did not recognize the cloak of camouflage under the same circumstances, so he has no idea that other people might recognize it. But he'll go ahead and do that. Engage the camel stealthy ability and just sort of like amble up behind him as a camel and attempt to attack him from behind with surprise. So the shadow step would have been the bonus action he'll have to attack.
And what's your movement? I think it's like 40 or something, right? It's just crazy.
45 altogether.
45, yeah. You definitely shamble up to him as a camel. He sees you disappear, and he's like, "Iggy, what?" And he turns around, and there's this camel, and he's like, "What the heck?" He does not recognize it. And he's like, "What the?" And he's kind of steps back, but he's not sure what to do because all he sees is a camel. And then all of a sudden from this camel illusion comes
Attack!
fists. And go ahead and attack.
Ooh, first attack 28.
That'll hit.
Roll the 19. Second attack 21.
That also hits.
So we're going to do 10 damage followed by 9 damage. 19 altogether.
All right. Anything else?
Tactically would have been much better just to run up and hit him 4 times, but the camel in the shadow, much more on brand. And
Nice
fun.
flavor.
So yeah, he's about used up, engaged.
When you
That'll
attack,
be end
does
of turn.
do you still see the camel or? No, this is
I
super
imagine
important.
the camel illusion is foiled once
Okay.
the monk
Okay.
attacks
Yeah,
start
yeah.
happening.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll say the camel.
When you're not stealthed, it goes
Fades.
away.
I like the idea of a camel with humanoid arms coming out of its illusion, and it's super just deadpan, like. But meanwhile, you're just flaming fists are coming out. All right,
Yep.
that's Igneous. Yenni, you are up,
All right. Who's taller,
followed by Diedre. Sorry,
Melbin or Theo?
who's taller?
Yeah.
Theo. Theo
Got
is
it.
an orc.
Yeah, Yenni's gonna
Jack
go
is
for
nodding.
the tallest guy.
All right,
So-
Yenni, a 3-foot halfling,
Yep.
is running up to Theo, who is a almost 7-foot tall orc,
Oh yeah.
with blood axe drawn. Okay, what do you want to do?
That's the main thing that concerns me.
Uh,
Size is
well,
not the problem. It's the what she has.
First off, we're gonna enter a rage.
Okay.
Right from the get-go. And I'm gonna go straight for the knees, honestly. So let's roll for that.
Wow. It's gonna be the worst shin splints ever.
Oh, not very good at all. 9 for the first one.
9 will miss, yeah.
And okay, 18. For the
18
second.
will hit.
So don't get the first knee, but I get the second.
Uh-oh. Uchi.
All right, if I'm counting right, that's 16 damage.
Okay, that's your turn. Diedre, you are up. Followed by Flint and then Melbin.
I've got Melbin, Flint, and Theo that I'm fighting against. That's correct.
Yeah. So so Melbin is the only one that's currently not engaged with a combatant.
Okay. All right. I kind of want to try something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try my lightning lure cantrip. How far away is he from me?
10 feet.
10 feet. Perfect. Perfect. So he has to make a strength saving throw, and he has to beat a DC of 16.
Who's he?
Melvin.
You.
Okay, I was making sure before I did it.
Ooh.
I should have been clearer. It's my fault.
What does Diedre say as she throws out the lightning lure?
Oh god, what does the guy from Mortal Kombat say?
Get over here.
over here!
Get over here.
So I rolled a natural 20, and also then plus 9.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
No!
So the lightning lure just goes around Melbin's waist, and he just stands there like a rock, and it just kind of looks down like
okay.
it tickles.
All right. How far away is Theo from me?
He's about, just angle wise, we'll say 12 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of throw myself into the middle of the fray. My goal is to be as close, like if I can get kind of like near Theo and Melbin and all them, I want to be in striking distance, like within 5 feet of them.
Sure. Do you
So
move?
basically, if they want to move, they're gonna have to leave my range.
Yeah, for sure. So you can move in between them.
I
as
want
of
to
right
go
now.
to there.
Okay, so Diedre, after you kind of drop your lightning lure and then moving over
How dare
to
you make me walk?
Diedre moves in between a flanking position with Yenni, with Theo, but also has Melbin in her range, or you are in his range. Depending on
Perfect.
how this happens. Next up is Flint. Flint is engaged with Igneous. He is going to Listen, if you want to fight, that's fine. But I'm not going to let these others get in the way. And he throws down his hand and kind of punches the ground. And you see this long line of kind of phosphorescence kind of start to glow. And then this wall
Is he within 5 feet of me?
Flint?
Yeah.
No, because you moved over on the other side.
Okay, never mind.
He's about 10 feet away.
Okay.
So this wall of flame bursts up of the ground. It is about, it's about 20 feet wide and about 10 feet high and 1 foot thick. So he casts Wall of Fire and goes up. So I need Igneous and let's see. It's Igneous is standing here, and their Wall of Fire, and then Melbin is in the middle, and then Theo. So Igneous and Theo and Igneous and Melbin, I need you to make a dex save.
Oh, 10. Rolled a 1.
I can do math. 8.
Okay, so that will fail on both counts. You both take 23 points of fire damage.
Is this a spell?
It is a spell.
I have resistance to spell damage.
Okay.
I have resistance to fire damage.
Okay, so you take 11 points of fire damage.
Tolerable.
Mm-hmm. And I think Flint knows that about you, Igneous.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, well, this isn't gonna hurt, but it also, the Wall of Fire is now cast. So what that does essentially is separate everyone else from the two of you. So it's like the two of you are now like in your own little private arena.
Nice.
All right, that's it. So that's his action, and bonus action, he'll cast Healing Word. It's to somebody he can see, and he can with his fire. He's a fire phoenix born. So
Fire vision.
Yeah, I'll say you can see through that. So so Melbin, you heal for 4 hit points. It's not a lot, but it's something. So, all right, that's his turn. Thank you for bearing with me as I'm learning that character. And Melbin, you are up.
Where is Sozeb in all this?
So Sozeb is sitting on the throne, watching, kind of sitting sideways with his leg draped over, and Fluon is kind of standing next to him.
How far away is he?
He is, 50 feet? For you, it'd be 55 feet. Because he's 50 feet away from the closest person.
All right. This is probably stupid, but I'm going to do what Melbin would do. Disregarding the fact that Diedre will immediately attack him, he's going to run 25 of those feet, actually 30 of those feet, towards Sozeb.
All right, Diedre, you get an opportunity to attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I guess I can't use that opportunity to try to restrain him, can I? It's just got to be a basic attack, huh? Yeah, that's okay.
Attack.
Just checking. All right. Yeah. Then I'm gonna hit him. That's
But
a
sneak attack works for it.
sneak attack. Was he the one that I had flanking with Yenni?
Yeah. No, that's Theo, but...
No, but I did just turn my back on you and run the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he would run past you.
Oh.
So...
I'll let that be up to you if I get my sneak attack bonus.
You do get sneak attack damage in the sense that he's still nearby, like... so yeah, I mean you
so
get
I can
sneak
get
attack.
the extra damage, but you're saying not the advantage.
Yes. It's not double advantage, but it's just you get sneak attack damage.
Okay. Well, I'm a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. My AC is 20. I can never remember which way that goes.
It would be the
Roll.
person rolling, so it goes to
Means
me.
you get stabbed real
Cool.
bad.
That's fine.
It's the one thing
and
she
that's
does.
but I do it so well.
You've studied Melbin's armor in these kind of seconds that you are sizing him up, and you found a joint where it's open, and you are able to stab in there.
Okay, so it's going to be a 12 plus my sneak attack is going to be, so I hit him for 34 damage total.
Oh, snap!
Okay. I am bloody.
You gave me sneak attack on this. This is your own dang fault.
Good. All right. Excellent. So you continue. You get stabbed real bad.
Yep.
You continue to run. You run up 30.
When I get
feet.
about halfway there, I'm gonna Misty Step the rest of the way.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Yep. And I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
How far is Misty Step?
30 feet.
Okay.
So that should get me there.
Yes, it does. Make an attack with disadvantage.
You got it. Where's my other dice? Had to be disadvantaged, didn't it? Natural 1.
Okay, here's what happens. You Misty Step and then appear in this kind of, and I want to say when you Misty Step, like what? It's with an aura of.
It says you're surrounded by a silvery mist, and then you teleport.
Yeah, we also. I think yours is more of a gold, kind of paladin-y nature, kind of like, just it's very Melbin-y, and you appear mid-swing, just like, and go down to swing, right as you get down to swing, this. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm just double checking my 10 million auras that I have.
There's a lot happening right now.
Yeah. Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. That's going to fail. So what happens is you go down to swing, and all of a sudden, you just lock in place. And you see your eyes kind of dart to the right. Sozeb is just looking at you, just like, And then you look to the right, and you see Pluon kind of holding his hand out. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm real sorry. Can't let you do that. And you are, he cast Hold Person, and you are paralyzed.
Paralyzed. So I assume that would then take, that would prevent my extra attack then.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool.
So after Melbin tries to attack Sozeb, he's right there with Pluon, who stopped the attack. Now, Theo, you are up, followed by Igneous.
I'm going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings.
All right, Theo, what you got?
All right, I'm conjuring woodland beings.
Okay.
And I'm going to summon 2 dryads.
Okay.
I need to roll initiative for them. Do you want them on separate initiative or just both in the same initiative?
They can be on the same one.
Yeah, I figured that's probably...
But you have to name them.
Okay, it's gonna...
Please, no.
It's gonna be Fred and Wilma.
No, they're not gonna be like Dew Slip and
No,
Water
Fred and
Plump. Okay. Oh, hi.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
That's how they talk in this world.
The
What can we
water
do for you? Like, what do you need, buddy?
Oh, just wait. Your turn will be at 6.
Oh, okay. No problem.
And
So they'll go next.
I'm going to use my Circle of the Shepherd aura, and I'm going to summon the spirit of the unicorn to be around me and at least me and whoever's near me. All right, and that'll be it for my turn.
Okay, so 2 dryads. Fred and
2
Wilma.
dryads.
Now it's their turn.
So Wilma is going to cast Entangle with the goal of entangling Yenni and as many people as possible. That is
So
a
what's the range?
20-foot cube. The range
Okay,
is
so-
90 feet and then a 20-foot cube.
All right. So I'll say because of the wall of fire, would it go through the wall of fire?
Yes, it comes up from the ground, so I guess on either side.
Okay. So you could entangle Yenni, Diedre. It ignores yourself, I'm assuming, and Igneous. And does it affect? Does everybody have to roll for it, like including allies,
Yes.
or is it only enemies?
You must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained.
So would Flint
Saving throw.
roll as well?
Yes, all within it.
Okay, so Igneous, Yenni, Diedre, and Flint will all roll strength saving throws.
15.
Saves.
Yeah.
Flint rolled a 7.
Fails.
Uh-oh.
Did you say 14 failed?
Its spell save is 14.
So I
So
say.
Diedre
So you
succeeds.
succeed.
21.
And okay, so the only person that you entangled is your ally.
Well, super.
And you don't know that because there's a big wall of
Super
fire. Just like, I hope this did something. Flint on the other side and mid combat with Igneous, just all of these vines just start crawling up, and he's like, "Hey, what the heck, Druid?" Okay, so that happened, and they're like, and the dryads are like, "Yeah, that's so good. Nice job, Fred. Oh, thank you so much, Wilma. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's what we do." And they're like, clap. They kind of do a limp clap. It's all watery.
So Yenni's in front of me on the other side of the wall of fire,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So the other dryad, Fred, is
Mhm.
going to attempt to charm Yenni. Can you charm someone who's been charmed?
Yo, dog, I heard you like charms.
Jeff, I will remind you that I'm raging, and we just had a discussion. about
Okay, never
15
mind. You're
minutes
right.
ago.
You're right.
I mean, you can try. You can certainly try.
Nope. They're gonna just hit
Okay.
you with their club. So they're gonna cast Shillelagh, and then they're going to attack Yenni. Come on, baby. Do my dirty work for me.
Club is just a big selfie stick. It's like,
A 14.
Misses.
Gosh, dang these things!
and Fred swings with a vine that's kind of enwrapped around this big stick, and she's like, "Come on, why you gotta be so small?"
Gosh,
That's the
shit.
Dryad's turn. It's the top of the round. Igneous. Actually, before that, Sozeb kind of looks at Melbin, who had just kind of made an attack, and he's like, "Well, that wasn't the smartest move, but I applaud your enthusiasm. You sure you don't want to work for me?"
I can't answer. I can't speak.
Yeah. All right, top of the round. This is round 2. Igneous is going to start. Flint is restrained in front of you. What do you want to do?
Well, I got a restrained foe. I'm going to hit him a lot with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take my first 2 attacks. 25
That'll hit.
and 28.
That'll hit.
That wasn't even with advantage. Let me go
Josh.
for crits here.
Thanks.
Nope. And nope. All right, so that'll be a total of 19 damage for those 2.
Okay.
And we'll flurry of blows, attack 2 more times. Oh, that was a crit.
Oh,
So let's see. I need 10 damage on that crit. One more. Is a 16. Does a 16 hit? Nope, that's it. Not even with advantage. So 16.
16 will miss.
All right. I was gonna do stunning strike on that last one. I forgot to do it in the other ones, but he's already restrained. That's okay.
Oh, not cool, man.
Join the greatness of Sozeb. Heaven
You're-
sends the way to go.
So what I'll say is, like, you're
shipping.
still you. Like, you still have. You're not like completely like a mindless zombie. You're kind of like what Pluon is. Like, you're aware that you're aware that you're kind of under the influence. It's weird. It's like you're like, oh, I shouldn't. I don't want to do this, but like I need what he's offering me. Like, you're to the point where you're willing to stop anyone for the cause of what he's going to give you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where it is. You don't want to fight your friends, but but he said, well, I got to fight these friends because.
Listen, man, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Chris, you have perfectly summed up consumer capitalism. Yeah.
And that's how it is. So next up is Pluon, who is now in initiative. He's right in front of Melbin. He is going to, let's see, he's concentrating on hold person. So what can I do here?
What class is our turtle friend?
He's a sorcerer. Pluon is going to look at the others fighting, and he's going to say, I'm real sorry about this, guys. And he's going to kind of like twist his fingers and kind of make a fist with his little turtle fist. And in the area where Diedre and Yenni and Theo is, and the Dryads, I suppose, I need all of them to make an intelligence saving throw.
13.
Melbin is far enough away you don't get his bonus.
13.
13. That's a fail.
10 for Yenni.
10 is a fail.
Right. Theo got a 10.
Okay, that's a fail. And then the Dryads?
Oh, both failed.
Both failed? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fours for both of them.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, I think we're in a heap of trouble, y'all.
Oh gosh. So all of you, including the Dryads, take 32 points of psychic damage. In your minds, you just feel this, and it's this crushing noise and terrible kind of muffled hissing, and it's like your brain is being crushed. And for the next minute, you have these muddled thoughts, and any attack roll or ability check, you have to roll a d6 and subtract from your roll.
What was the total amount of damage?
32.
32. Woof.
Synaptic static.
And that didn't require concentration? Jeez.
It was instantaneous.
Wow.
It's a 5th level spell, so that's why I was like,
nice.
Well, we're gonna go with that.
Both of the Dryads
You
vanish.
can make an intelligence save at the end of your turn, which would end the effect. So at the end of your next turn, you can make an intelligence saving throw. I'm just telling you that so you guys can help me remember.
Both of the Dryads disappear. They're unsummoned. And Theo falls to the ground.
Ooh, Theo is out. Theo falls unconscious.
It's that knee shot. That knee shot took him down.
Yeah, that knee chop.
Yeah.
No joke. That's Pluon's turn. Yenni, you are up. Theo is down.
Aww.
Melbin is your nearest combatant, unless you want to jump through the fire, which you
He's good.
which you might. And Melbin is paralyzed.
I mean, let's.
I'm 100% screwed now.
Yeah.
We
had a good run there, Melvin.
Let's keep going for knees. I want to stay below the belt.
It is 50 feet away.
Oh,
So
okay.
what's your speed?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you could use your dash and just get there, but you wouldn't. I don't think you'd have an attack. But
Yeah, my speed's 35, so I can get myself pretty close. But
you
yeah,
can
I
get.
probably-
So you'd be about 20 feet away,
Mhm.
just with your regular movement.
It's still not close enough for either the whip or the axe attack, though.
Uh-huh.
But if I dashed, could I just go for like a tackle and try and get him on the ground?
you could dash and reach him and just run into him.
Okay.
You could just knock into him, but he
Just
would
kinda juke
fall.
him.
He would fall right on top of your boss, your the person that you're trying to fight for. So
I mean, Yenni is raging, so
Sure,
she's
sure.
definitely clear on the fight these people part, but probably not
Yeah.
as clear on a don't hurt Sozeb part.
okay, so I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, let me go for it. Do we want to call this a stunt? Do we just want to call it a
call it a
dash?
stunt.
Okay.
Call it a stunt.
All right. Ooh,
So
does
you're
that
gonna
mean-
dash, and that means I'll have you roll a. It is Melbin, so let's do a strength contest.
Got it.
So you roll a strength check, and then Melbin, you are going to roll a strength save with disadvantage,
I automatically fail that because I am paralyzed.
but add your bonus, right?
It says I automatically fail strength saving throws.
Sure.
Dexterity and strength saving throws are automatically failed when you're paralyzed.
That is correct.
Paralyzed is like a major impediment compared
Yeah,
to
it's-
like most of the other things. It prevents you from
Yep.
doing pretty much everything.
Yep. So at the end of your turn, Melbin, you can also make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you're waiting for. All right, so you run into him. He falls. I'm gonna roll to see what direction he goes in, actually, just to see like what happens here. Ooh,
North,
boy.
south, east, or west? Which way will you
Pretty
fall?
much. Okay, so because Melbin is in a battle stance with kind of like the left foot forward, kind of mid swing, right? So you knock into him, and he kind of goes on his left foot sideways, like, give us a falling.
I can't talk.
You can make noises.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
We'll
like
do that.
you're like,
Clunk.
right, yeah. So okay, you fall down, and just poof. You don't take any damage. It's you just fall down. It hurts, and you see, and you just kind of know Yenni's like, you just kind of stand.
So am I prone now too on top of being paralyzed?
Yeah, now you are prone.
Jeez
So
Louise.
good.
Okay,
It's amazing. I love it.
Diedre, you are.
Yeah. So Theo's down.
Theo's unconscious. Melbin is
Melbin's-
paralyzed and prone. Igneous, you don't know because he's on the other side of a wall of fire.
Isn't Igneous on our side?
Oh, sorry. Igneous is on your side. Flint
he's
and
on the other
Igneous
side.
are on a 10-foot tall wall of fire on the other side. So
So I mean, I'm not above taking the easy shot. I think I'm gonna hit Melbin, but I'm currently
you're 50 feet
under-
away.
but
So
I'm under
s-
Flint's thing.
You're under Pluon's
Pluon's
synaptic
thing.
static.
Sorry. So that does that impact my movement?
No. Well, let me double check. Hold on. It doesn't say anything about movement, so you can still move. You just have the worst internal headache.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash to Melbin.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stab him.
What's your
You have
movement?
advantage.
My movement is 30 feet.
Okay, so with your bonus action to dash and your regular movement, so you make it to him. All right.
And then
And since I'm paralyzed, you
he's-
have advantage to attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
So since he's paralyzed, which is helpful.
And you have sneak attack.
So real
And
quick,
prone
so
for that
that's
matter. Both of those give you advantage.
25 and 26 to hit. So that would be 26 to hit, but minus a d6. So minus 6. So that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Still hits because I'm still AC 20 and you still rolled.
Okay. So then
You and your dirty 20s are killing me.
sorry, I hit hard. So that's 7 plus. So I hit him for 28 points.
I'm still alive.
Hmm.
I'm not quite dead.
That's pretty amazing.
Why won't you die?
I would answer, but I can't speak.
I mean, I don't want to hurt you, but you're making me do this. Why are you making me do this?
Does that end your turn, Diedre?
Think of the savings and the convenience.
Oh, Diedre, make a intelligence saving throw again.
Oh yeah. 24.
That will succeed. So
Yeah.
your synaptic static goes
I
away.
pull a Taylor Swift and I shake it off. Shake it off. Hoo hoo hoo.
You kind of look at Pluon. He's like, sorry.
This is not going to go over well at the company picnic.
All right, it's Flint's turn. He is still. Oh wait, hold on. Is there a when the dryads went away? Did the entanglement went away, or is there a? Does he get to make a save?
I would assume they also go away. I assume that's it's a concentration spell, so yeah, it goes away.
Okay, so he is no longer restrained.
Correct.
I think Zach just said "damn." I don't know if you heard that, but so Flint, that's good for the good guys, the unenthralled. Flint is no longer restrained. Zach,
No problem.
does a 24 hit?
Yes.
22.
Well, he'd like to use warding flare to impose disadvantage.
All right.
Bright flash of light in his face.
20.
Still hits.
And he's going to add Pyre Smite,
Oh dear.
which is a blue flame. It is not fire damage. It is
Blue fire.
paladin damage. It is smite damage. So he's going to add that to the damage. So let me get
Higher
this-
smite?
Pyre Smite. So I homebrewed it. Phoenixborn.
Okay. All right.
I found something that was like he gets 6 of these. So let's see. 20, so 42.
Oh.
42. So 22 points of slashing damage with a greatsword, and then 20 points of smite. What is that? Radiant damage.
Radiant, probably. Okay. All right. So 42 damage.
That's his action. He's like, okay, we're not messing around then. He is going to cast Healing Word on Theo for 1 point. Sorry.
Oh, what?
You get 1 point. You come back to life.
Okay.
Crappy
Theo,
roll.
four.
That's the most
1.
important 1 point.
You know, honestly,
He's like, you gotta wake up, mate. You gotta heal us.
4 minutes.
Okay, Melbin,
I will go for my wisdom save.
you're looking to beat a 16.
Okay. Nope.
Even with your,
Four.
what'd you roll?
I rolled a 4, so I got a 14.
Oh. Melbin is still paralyzed. That's Melbin's turn. Sozeb puts his hands up and says, I think I've proven my point, and if y'all want to call this, I will call off my friends, my newly acquainted associates, my business partners. We can make this work. All I'm asking you to do is work for me. And then it goes to Theo, who is now awake with 1 point.
The smoking husk of Igneous that just took 42 damage is like, yeah, you should listen to him. He's got a lot of good ideas he can put into work. He's working on a spaceship, all sorts of good stuff. We should do that.
Spaceship. Cast minor image anytime you want.
All right, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on me as a level 4 spell
Okay.
because that's better than the mass one. So I'm gonna get 4d8 plus my spell.
I'm assuming your unicorn went away when you went unconscious?
Yeah, and I can't do it until I can't do it again until I get a
Right. Long rest.
short rest. Yeah.
Short rest, okay.
So it's 2, 5, 5, 12, 13 plus my spell. Wait, plus my spell bonus. 12, which is 4, so 16. So I heal for 16, which is just not very much. Then I'm going to, oh boy, gonna have to.
You're not surrounded by anybody, because Yenni and Diedre both went up to Melbin. So you have those two, your ally Melbin, Pluon, Sozeb, all in the same area, and then a big wall of fire on your left.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk that direction. I'll use my speed to get
Closer.
within maybe 20 feet of there.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it. I'll
Okay.
cast Shillelagh.
Okay, Shillelagh is up. Excellent. Um,
I'm a big warm-up character. It takes me several turns to get
yeah.
to where I got a big.
All right.
I got a big.
I know you got
what's that called? Wind up.
wind
I
up.
got a big
Yeah.
wind up.
Pluon looks to Sozeb and he's like, should we stop? I mean, maybe they'll be okay. They just need to go through another orientation, or. And he's like, no, let's see how this plays out. I'm interested in this. Yenni, it's your turn. Or sorry, Igneous, it's your turn.
I guess Theo should probably say something like, "Oh no, I think we're just gonna kill you and take our friends back." Even though he's the only person standing.
And Flint.
And Flint, but he's gone behind a firewall.
Just a firewall. On the other side of the firewall, Igneous is going to hit Flint a lot and attempt stunning strike each time. So, first attack, 28. 8 damage.
Nope. All right, that'll hit.
So 8 damage and a DC 15 con save for not being stunned.
Oh, he rolled a nat 1.
Oh, he's stunned. That means attacks have advantage. And he can't move and stuff. So I'm
Yep,
gonna hit him a
that's-
bunch more times now.
That's true.
Next attack with advantage, 15. That's a miss, right?
That'll miss. So you're
Now
just
we're
like, oh, hey, wait a minute.
Flurry of blows. Oh,
Yep.
16 again? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Miss.
Last attack, critical hit, 29.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 15 damage.
There's something as you're making that punch, you're making the punches and you're like, I'm sorry, man. You know, and you're just kind of like, he's my friend, but then you kind of get close and you pull it a little bit. You're pulling your punches a little bit. Then you're like, nah. And then you're like, no, this guy Sozeb, he can get me what I want. He can get me my freedom. He can get me my family. Like he can,
Your freedom!
I can belong.
Yeah. So, and then you just punch him. So what's the total? It was 15, and what was the first one?
8, I think. So
8,
23 altogether.
23. All right. You're gonna pay for that, mate.
And he's stunned.
And he's stunned. All right. So Pluon is waiting for Sozeb. He's not going to do anything. Yenni, you are up. You're right in front of Melbin. Raging.
Right.
I'm on the
just going
ground, so I'm a
to-
lot closer to you than usual.
Yep. I'm just going to, splay out my legs in a squat and go right for the chest, like I was
Oh.
chopping wood.
And you
Okay,
get advantage
attack.
on this.
Attack with advantage.
Okay. Is a 25 gonna hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Whew. Let me get my extra dice.
How does instant death work? I forget. How much does he have to hit me?
He'd have
It
to,
has to
he'd
be
have to-
double your hit points.
Yeah, he'd
Okay,
have to go
I'll be fine.
over the amount of hit points.
I have 108 hit points total.
But if you're unconscious and he attacks you, then it's 2 death saving throws. Failed.
Well, hopefully they don't do that.
Oh, it's not too bad. 16.
I'm still up.
So
That's
the
A
16.
glancing blow.
That's my boy.
All right, 2
Is
hit
it just
points
one
left.
attack, Yenni, or do you have another attack?
Well, no, I have another attack. So here it goes.
Oh goodness.
Still with advantage.
Oh no.
Chop, chop. All right, and this one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, 17 to hit.
That doesn't
Oh,
hit.
that doesn't hit.
Wow.
So you managed to hit a crossbeam of so never mind. So as Yenni goes to attack, you hit down and you hit an area of the armor that's a little stronger, and it just and Melbin's kind of like a little twinkle of your teeth, just as it fails to purchase, and you're still alive. Diedre, you are up. followed
Yeah,
by
I'm
Flint.
gonna end this shenaniganery and
Stab him in the eye.
almost some stabbings. So let's see. 22. We'll re-roll that real quick. So yeah, 22 to hit.
Yep.
Well, just to see if I get the crit,
I don't think it's gonna
and
matter.
then that's gonna be a 7 plus 16.
All right, I'm out.
So that's gonna be 30 something. No,
Okay.
that's wrong. 20 something.
And what do you say to Melbin with the killing blow?
Bye bye.
Diedre reaches her dagger through the armor. Melbin takes kind of a last breath and is unconscious. Hey there, it's time for some announcements. This is Chris Daly, your DM for Season 5 and your Quagoth of Quarantine. Yes, it's 2022 and we're still recording remotely, and we're making the best of it. So on every episode this season, I've been mentioning tools that are great to use for DMs and for players. Today, I'm going to mention D&D Beyond Discord. That's right, the Discord for D&D Beyond. We might talk about D&D Beyond in a separate episode. But the Discord of D&D Beyond in particular, I like to point out, especially to new players or existing players that just need a little help reaching out to the community. In today's times where we're not able to meet in person, and sometimes you just need somebody to bounce ideas off of. This is a good one to start with. If you're a new player, there is a specific section of the Discord where you can go to looking for players or looking for DM. So maybe you're a group and you need somebody to run your game. There's a looking for DM section. You can explain what kind of game you're looking for, what kind of adventures you want to go for. Or maybe you're just looking for other players that want to start a group. This is a place to go. There's also a bunch of channels where you can ask questions about rules. You can ask questions about D&D in general. You can show your character builds. You can show your character art. You can advertise your show if you have a podcast. You can just talk with fans about whatever. You can talk about live play D&D games that are popular. So now there's a lot of Discord channels out there. I just mentioned this one because there's so many people on it, and it's a good place to start. And maybe from here you can jump onto another one. Of course, you should definitely check out the Roll Table Discord, which is free, and you can always jump in with other Roll Table fans as well. But D&D Beyond is a great place to start, and it is a good place to meet other fans and people that are looking for games to play. The only other thing I'm going to talk about this episode is that we hit 100 episodes recently. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy, crazy milestone, and it doesn't seem that long ago that we started this little adventure in a recording studio. So to celebrate this milestone, we wanted to do a little something to give back to some of you. We're having a contest on our social medias, on Twitter and Instagram. So if you head on over to @RolledTable, you can find the contest post and follow the instructions to enter. we've got some cool swag. There's some plushies, a D&D book, all to say thanks. Thanks to you for listening, and honestly, just thanks for sticking around this long. We love doing the show. We will continue making the show until we basically finish the story that we're telling, and it's really fun. It's been fun to make, and I love producing it with all the sounds and everything. So, and of course, if you don't like it, or if you have feedback, or you think there's other things we could be doing differently or better, let us know. Drop us a line, drop us some feedback. We love reading feedback. We love reading email, even though we hardly ever get any. But we definitely like interacting with people. We like interacting with our listeners in the Discord. So definitely reach out. And if you have time to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or any of the podcast channels you listen to this on, please do leave us a review, and we will definitely read it out. And there are some new reviews. Thank you guys for listening, for leaving some reviews recently. I noticed those, so I appreciate those. We know we are not the only tabletop RPG D&D actual play podcast out there, so thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being part of the community. And finally, don't forget to go out and make life an adventure. You hear Sozeb look at Diedre and says, "You are quite something. You're going to be a top performer, exceeding expectations. Nice job there."
Yes, I've always excelled in everything I've applied myself to. Are we done here? Because I think these people are going to need medical attention.
Well, I think what we'll do is, if you can just head over through the fire there, just jump right through that fire. There's probably one of your allies needs a little help taking care of that last fellow.
Isn't Theo still up?
Oh yeah, sorry. That tall greenish fellow. You can take care of him next. So now it's Flint's turn. Flint, who is paralyzed, is not going to do anything, or is stunned. He can't do anything while he's stunned, so that's his turn. Melbin, make a death saving throw.
What is that? A Constitution saving throw?
No, it's just a D20.
D20. 17.
That's a success. You get one. That's one success. If you get 3 successes, you will come back and be stabilized. You're not dead.
Cool.
If you roll a nat 20, you will come back to 0. It's two successes. If it's a natural 1, that's 2. That's 2 failures.
All right then.
All right. So you have 1 success. Next up is Theo. You're about 20 feet away from the rest. Melbin just went down.
What class do I think Sozeb?
No class at all.
Yeah, he has a lot of class. He's very cut.
He's very cut.
You're really drilling down on his being cut there, Chris.
Sorry. Well, he's wearing
Tell us more about that.
He's wearing like some very fitted clothes.
Yeah.
Are you asking like as Jeff? Like you're asking what if you know as Theo what abilities he has?
I'm trying to metagame so that we win.
Sure. Okay, so I will say Theo. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So Theo's trying to figure out based on what he's done so far and the mental acuity that you guys went through and the illusions that have happened, you get the sense that this person is very linked with the arcane. It's not in the same realm of nature-based arcane abilities, and it doesn't seem like it's more divine. In fact, it seems the opposite of divine. You've seen Melbin do divine arts, and this seems similar, but it's on a whole different level. It's darker, it's deeper, it's mind-based, it's manipulative, and that's what you get. So he's a powerful caster, for sure.
Theo's going to once again conjure woodland beings, but this time instead of horrible dryads, I'm going to summon 8 pixies.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
with individual names and personalities.
Pixie, Trixie, Nixie, Dixie, Wixie, Mixie, Nixie, Steven, and Zixie.
Wait, is one of them named
XX
Pixie?
Bloody Pix.
I rolled a 15 for their initiative. Yeah, that's my
All right. So, top of the round, Igneous. It is your turn.
Gonna wallop on my friend till he goes down.
Go for it.
He's still stunned. That's a 22.
Yep.
I'll stunning strike him again. 15 DC saving throw.
Is that con save?
Yeah.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh, success. But 9 damage. Another attack is a miss with 16. Another attack is... Well, he's stunning strike, right? So that would be one attack that misses with a 16 and a 13 roll. And then we'll flurry of blows. That's another crit!
Oh, jeez.
That's going to be 12 damage. And roll another stunning strike. Igneous takes no prisoners.
You rolled a 5.
He's re-stunned.
Still stunned. Okay.
Give Igneous a job and he gets it done. I forgot all the damage. Did you write that down?
I got the damage. Yep.
Okay.
So he's just standing there, poof, 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 taking hit after hit.
Last attack's a 22, and that's gonna be 8 more damage.
Okay. Flint is not looking too good. He's just Igneous, what are you doing? You can fight this. You're better than this. Think of what Sindel would say.
Oh, Sindo!
Igneous, make a wisdom saving throw.
Sindo! Say one. Wisdom saving throw. Ooh, 8.
You're like, oh man, that would be bad. That's nope. I gotta do this for the company. I got benefits. I got dental. I got medical.
So much good. That was a 1.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 plus 7.
Oh,
Not wise. Not feeling wise right now.
there's a little crack. There's a little something. All right. Next up, Pluon is holding fast. Yenni, it is your turn.
All right, so Melbin's out, right?
Melbin is out. Theo is behind you, and there are 8 pixies.
I guess are the pigs.
Are the pixies? Yeah, are the pixies all around them? Is there like a distance where you're able to cast them like all around the others?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast them kind of up in the air.
Okay, so
Up high.
there's lots of pixies flying around you, up in the air.
Are they within 10 feet?
Yeah.
They're 11 feet away.
Oh.
Well, I'll stand on my tippy toes.
You are raging, so you might still go for it. Like,
That's true. I'll just jump on top of Melvin's
your depth
chest.
perception
That'll
is,
give me
is
the extra foot.
crap right now. So you're like, "Ah!"
Oh, you restart his heart when you do that, and he comes back to
Just jump off a Melbin and get a good 2 feet up and make an attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to release my my whip,
Yes.
and then I'm gonna whip up some pixies real quick.
Okay. Because what's the range on that? 10 feet?
10 feet indeed.
Yeah. So you could hit him.
Yeah, like a 10. Is that gonna hit?
Misses.
It
Aw.
misses, yeah. AC's 15, right, Jeff?
Yep.
Yep.
Got it. Well, that's attack number 1. And here comes number 2. Oh, nice. 16.
16 will hit.
Yeah. Which one do I hit? Is it Steve or one of
choice.
the other ones?
It's your choice.
It's Trixie.
Oh no, Trixie. All right. Let's see.
Jeff, what's the pixie hit point?
It is 1.
1. Yeah. So you just
Ah!
Trixie just goes
Just explode.
in a green puff of glitter and smoke.
Yeah, just a bunch of glitter falls on the ground. Yeah.
You're covered in glitter, and it's all over the axe. It's just
Oh no.
you hear the axe like, ah man, what is this? What are you covering me in? What is all this shiny stuff?
Oh,
Good luck getting
gross.
that out.
All right. All of the other pixies laugh at the same time. Like,
We're not real.
yeah. All right. It is the pixies' turn. There are 7 of them left. Please make a joint attack.
Great. Pixie is going to cast Polymorph on Sozeb.
Oh snap!
Yes.
Wow.
Hell
Okay.
yes.
All right. What he has to make us a thing?
He has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
It's a 6. Plus 1 is a 7.
It fails.
Hold on. Let me
Oh.
make a
Okay.
concentration check to see something here. Okay. What does he turn into? Let's do this first.
He's going to turn into a big fat hedgehog, like that's so fat it can't like scurry away real fast.
An obese
real fast.
hedgehog.
Yeah, really.
Uncut. An uncut
Yeah.
hedgehog.
Chronic the hedgehog.
Sounds like a Kevin Smith character.
I know. Chronically obese the hedgehog. All right, so here's what happens. Sozeb turns into a hedgehog, and he kind of looks as a hedgehog, kind of surprised for a second. In this moment, a few things happen. Igneous, Yenni, Diedre, you snap out of your trance.
Oh, sorry.
I believe I've stabbed Melbin a lot.
Pluon also looks at you and says, "Oh, this is bad. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, we have to go." And
At least I was on the right track with attacking Sozeb.
that is what happens. That's the first pixie's turn.
7 more
hedgehogs.
turns.
Hedgehog, chicken, hedgehog, fat bear, fat chicken, fat
but
goat.
Yeah, at this point, there's no other enemies, right?
Just Sozeb and
Just the Sozeb.
and I mean Pluon technically hurt all of them, but so it make an Arcana check, Jeff, to see if you notice the change. What happened?
7.
Okay. The fairies, being fey and chaotic, are going to continue to do what they think you've instructed them to do. So they might do something to Pluon, seeing him as an enemy. And also Diedre and also Yenni.
Okay. Nixie's gonna cast Polymorph on Pluon.
Okay. It's a wisdom.
Wisdom save.
That's 18.
That saves.
Okay.
Dixie's gonna try and cast Polymorph on Pluon.
Oh God. 7.
Fails. They're gonna turn into a big fat squirrel.
Okay. You see Pluon just go, I don't think it's... And he is a squirrel.
Dixie is gonna cast Polymorph on Yenni. It's a wisdom save, Yenni.
All right. Ooh, 19.
That saves. Mixie's gonna cast polymorph on Yenni.
8 pixies is
Wow.
OP, man.
Wow.
All right.
Counterpoint, they only have 1 hit point, but also they can all cast polymorph.
So shortly after building this character, I found this combination here,
Yeah.
and I've been saving it for a time when we were really up a creek.
I mean, no kidding.
Because I think it's it's not something I plan to use very often.
Holy moly.
I rolled a 1, but I am lucky, so I get to re-roll a 1 once.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
The dice is getting away from me. How about a 2? And I won, baby.
This is good.
You turn into a big fat beaver.
An angry beaver, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Herbert.
Chewing on Melbin.
Steve is gonna cast polymorph on Diedre.
Pure chaos. Diedre, make a
Wisdom saving
throw. Ooh, that's a 21.
Ooh, that saves. Zixie's gonna cast polymorph on you.
That's a 6.
All right. You turn into a big a big fat chipmunk.
Okay, so hold on. Let's review. So we have
And then they all turn invisible. Go wee.
hedgehog, a squirrel, a
Beaver.
beaver, and a chipmunk, and they're all
Mhm.
fat. They're all
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, like
Round,
so much so it
rotund.
impedes their
Like you know
ability to move.
you know those YouTube videos that there was an animation called Rolling Wild, and they're all these big round animals, and they just like bounce everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. They're just
Their
like
little like
it's
arms
exactly-
and legs like not quite able to reach
yeah,
the
they're
ground.
spherical, and there's like murr, and they just start rolling.
They're the animals from all the physics problems where there's spherical squirrel or whatever. Yeah, I like
exactly. Also, point of order, something I didn't do before. When Igneous punched Flint a bunch of times, Flint had to make a concentration check several times on his wall of fire. He failed after the third time. So I did not do that. So also the wall of fire went down. I don't know if that makes a difference if you have any fairies or pixies left, but so you can all see Igneous.
The wall of fire goes down, and Igneous is like, I feel bad. What the? There's a beaver and what's a chipmunk and what happened?
Yeah. And Melbin is dead. Like there's a scene where it's woodland animals, a bunch of no pixies. Theo's just standing there, and Melbin is dead.
There's a fat beaver on my back.
Help, the beaver killed him. Need help.
That's what you see.
What's going on with all these obese rodents? What happened over here?
Don't worry about it. You got it.
We were just punching each other on the side of the firewall.
Help me with Melbin,
So-
and I'll.
All right, all right.
When somebody's polymorph, do they get a save? Just remind me.
The target assumes. Okay, let's see. Transformation lasts for the duration, which is 1 hour.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So they are woodland creatures. All right.
Before any role play can occur post battle, we just have to sit 1 hour with the beaver and the
I'm a chipmunk.
continue.
So, yeah. Okay. So
I mean,
essentially,
it is concentration though, so like when the pixies disappear, if they do, the thing would go
they're
away.
just invisible. They're still there.
No, I know. I just meant like if they get unconjured or whatever,
Sure,
it
sure.
would go away.
Are we out of initiative?
For the purposes of this, we are out of initiative. Theo has essentially ended with a barrage of polymorph from pixies it's done.
Suddenly, they all come out of invisibility and they start heading towards Igneous.
Wait. Hold on.
No, he's okay now. He's okay. And so they all go, oh, darn it. And so Theo's going to run over to Melbin.
You gotta.
I will healing word Melbin.
I can't move. Igneous, are you back to normal?
Just hang on a minute. 4 points of healing for Melbin.
Was I at?
I don't know if I can undo a stunning strike, but it's only a turn, so he'd probably pop
Was
out
I
of it.
technically at 0 hit points when I get knocked out? Not the negative 28 that it would have been?
No. It's not negative.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just 0. So you heal for 4 points.
Ow, what? Why are there fat creatures on me?
That's what
At this point, from the side of the chamber, these doors open. And you see, bathed in light, kind of backlit, all of these figures. And they're just kind of standing there, and they come forward, and they're like, Where are we? What's happening? What's going on? Hey, where's Sozeb? Where is everyone? And they kind of start walking forward through the door, and they're all looking around, a bit perplexed, and you see all of these halflings, various ages, females, males. They're in tattered clothing. They're not bound or anything. Some of them are holding boxes still. They're holding little like bottles of healing potions and things like that. They're just kind of looking around. They look at you. They look at all the animals, and they're like, "What is going on? Like, what's happening here?" They're just all these halflings, about 30 of them.
Well, it's okay. We've taken care of Sozeb. He won't be brainwashing you anymore. You've all been under a spell that he cast, but we have stopped him now. So you should all return home.
It says we can go back. We can go back to our town. We can go back to Heaven's
Yes, your
Breath.
families, everybody's waiting for you.
Oh.
So you should head over there. We just saw them a little bit ago. They're waiting for you.
Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you. How can we thank you? And one of them, an older gentleman, comes up, kind of graying temples, comes up to you and says, "Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. How can we contact you if we need your help again? What if another one of his kind comes back?"
I don't know exactly what the best way to contact us would be, but we're looking out for you.
Unions!
Yes, you would need to start a union right away. I have the paperwork. We'll get that started. The best way is to protect yourself.
And at that moment, you see Flint kind of unstun himself. He kind of comes out of the stun. Ugh! About time. All right.
Sorry about that. We can, we'll call that a draw. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have got you in one more round, but,
all
you know.
right, fine.
Yeah, all right.
I know you're doing good here, but, I mean, looks like these people might need a little bit of restructuring and whatnot, and maybe I could stay here and help them out. I know how to contact you. I can, I know where you are. If there's anything that they need, maybe, I'll just help them out for a bit, and then after things seem like we got everything figured out, then make sure that none of this guy's cronies come in. I mean, there's always a board of directors. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? So after we get that all sorted out, I'm going to come find you. I'll come back and we can go back to the fire plane, maybe.
This sounds good, brother. I think that'd be real good. They'd appreciate that.
All right.
I'd appreciate that, too. Sorry for all the punching and the kicking.
And he's like, yeah, it's all right. Put her there. And he kind of puts his hand out.
I'm gonna take his hand in a handshake and do the pull him into a hug kind of maneuver.
You pull him into a hug and
yank him in there.
And he kind of really hard kind of slaps you on the back like he makes an attack. He's sort of making a fist attack, like you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. It's like, don't ever do that again, Igneous.
Understood. Understood.
Remember, I outrank you.
We might want to put that fat squirrel in a cage for when he comes out of it, or if you just wanted to smash him now, that might be this thing to do
Isn't
so that Sozeb doesn't come back.
isn't the squirrel Pluon?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the first
Hedgehog.
one?
Oh, wait,
Oh,
never
the
mind.
hedgehog. Yeah, no, we'll keep him. We're taking the squirrel, the beaver, and the chipmunk. But the hedgehog, that's Sozeb. So we should probably figure out what you want to do if you want to capture him, put him in a cage, or if you want to just finish it now. Might be easiest now.
There's a well, hold on. So you would know, casting polymorph, that if a creature is brought back down to 0, it's going to turn back into the original creature. So you
Yes.
probably wouldn't want to kill it, because then Sozeb would just come back. One of the halflings says, we don't really have any jails or any place that we can... I mean, we have a cage we can put a hedgehog in, but if he comes back, I mean, he was able to change our minds and promise us things that we really wanted.
Oh, well, I mean, that all makes sense, but I think we need to figure out what to do with Sozeb before the spell wears off. What-
Maybe we could take him back with us. And
What if we pet him until he's happy?
That's probably what it is. He probably just never has felt true love before.
why don't we take all the woodland creatures back with us and sort it out back then? And these halflings can have their community back, and Flint will help them out.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Listen, we don't have much to offer, but we do have all these healing potions that we've made. Would you all like some healing potions?
Oh, yeah, we're all going to need many of those,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
We're
sure.
gonna
Yeah,
need
I'm
lots.
very,
Uh,
very
yes,
tempted.
please.
A couple of them head back and they kind of gather some stuff. About like a half an hour goes by of you all fuel up on healing potions. We'll say like with all the healing, there's like a little bit of like just a drinking party and kind of like you're getting to know people and everybody
Yay!
heals up. There's no resting, but we'll just say you heal up to full strength. Well, at least the Theo and Igneous and Flint.
No, I mean, we'll give a little to, we'll feed.
Still wouldn't matter
feed
for
him
a
a little bit.
polymorph.
You try to
Yeah.
feed the
Animals.
woodland animals except for the hedgehog. And how long do the pixies stay around?
An hour. So every once in
Okay.
a while, they fly back and they, put somebody to sleep. And then they, come back and they cast
You just
fly
see a
on somebody
halfling
and
just
they
like,
just start
"Ugh."
moving. Yeah. They come back and they cast dancing lights. They cast confusion on somebody. They go wandering
Hey,
off.
Theo, can you stop? Listen, I know that these pixies kind of saved the day and whatnot, but I mean, with your help. But can you? I mean, we're trying to do good here. Can they stop making the halflings float up in the air and turn them asleep and everything?
Okay, I'll see if I can talk to him. Pixie, Nixie, Dixie, Bixie, Mixie, Steve, Zixie.
And one of them says, "Trixie's no longer with us."
Oh,
Steve's
yes,
still
she went
here.
back. Can we...
Hey, what's up?
Steve, I know you're the party guy, but
I'm upside down now.
Steve, we need to not be doing so much cowabungaing all around, okay?
Upside down. It's a good time in this town. I'm gonna be a wonderful attention.
Okay, no more singing, no more of that.
Second most ridiculous Steve on the podcast.
Let's just be cool for the next hour or so until you go back to your plane,
Hey,
okay?
do you want to hear a joke?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Did you hear about the lifetime supply of pasta?
No, what
It
about...
was worth every penny.
Oh my god. Stop.
Do you want to hear another joke?
Yes.
Yes,
friend
Steve, I
Pixie,
think
tell
we're
more.
okay.
As you're talking with halflings, start learning about what Sozeb had promised. You start. They were talking about like how he was always appearing the same way. He always wore the same thing, and there was this mention of like Sozeb worshipped this god that was in the orientation video named Thorax the Multitasker, which and you were like, oh, have you seen this? You kind of asked him like, no, we never saw him, but like he seemed to have this power, and it was that you kind of the information that you gleaned from all of them is that he basically like has the ability to promise things like in dream states, and like by controlling them, you know that there's creatures that have the ability to charm and mind control and do that sort of thing. It doesn't quite sound. This seems a little bit more devious, and the fact that they were, there's something kind of dark that you sensed earlier, Theo. That there's something else at play here. It's not just. It seems very like from another plane of some kind. You're not quite sure. It didn't feel fey like it felt in the cave on Shimmercross. This feels different. This feels darker. And you notice as the hour progresses and it gets closer to the hour mark, the walls around the sort of shimmery corporate office look in a fantasy realm, style, start to deteriorate and start looking like, to all of you, look it kind of has this more stone, rough hewn, just kind of basic concrete and mud, and it was glamored. This whole place there are spells that change the appearance of an entire area, and that was probably an effect that all of anybody that walked into this place was under. Is it wasn't really a gleaming white factory. It was just an old factory. I will also say that in your talking with different halflings, you learned some of them and their wants and whatnot, and several of them were asking if they had seen other members, if they've seen other people, like they're missing family members, missing siblings, loved ones. That there's some others that were not accounted for, and they're like, we don't see them here, and there's no other. We don't know where they might be. Do you have any idea? Were there a lot of us back in Heaven's Breath?
There were still a fair number, but not a substantial amount.
Did you all want to stay in the building, or are you kind of are you kind of escorting them back?
I think we'd head back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say like all of this happens
Pick up Rebecca.
as you pick up Rebecca on the outside. You make your way back. It's right close to the edge of the hour. About 10 minutes remain of the polymorph. As you make your way back, the people in the town, it's like that scene from Temple of Doom, like all the kids run in, like it's all these people like see loved ones and they see them and they run and they embrace, and it makes you all feel really good. And then you're also carrying these woodland animals, and the kids that are there are just like, ooh, look at this, and they start petting the squirrel and the
Now careful,
hedgehog.
very gentle.
Except for the hedgehog, who looks really pissed and obese and just like
I don't think the chipmunk
super-
is very excited about this either.
Chipmunk is not excited. It's just kind of sits.
Theo's definitely gonna have like a little wooden cage or something.
Okay.
Like that, he's gonna have the hedgehog in.
One
for sure.
of the carpenters of the town, you kind of inquire, and they provide that to you freely. They're like, here's a couple of things. Here's a containment. Do you need something wider? Even the coffin maker is, it comes up. It's like, do you need something like this? And it's like,
Oh, maybe soon we'll need that. Yeah.
So there's about 10 minutes left, or 8. It's getting closer to the end of the hour. What would you all like to do?
Well, should we take Sozeb back to the Knight's headquarters, or let him face justice here?
I don't know if these people can contain him. They seemed concerned that the same fate would befall them as before.
Listen. I know that you guys are going to go soon, but I feel like maybe we should unanimal your friends just so they can see the good that you've done here. You mind if we just like?
Oh, then we'd have to talk to the pixies again.
Melbin will kick the beaver and squirrel.
He just takes the beaver and punts it in the air.
Not like a punt, just a kick. And they killed him.
That's just true. Yeah. Okay. Melbin kind of to the side, like so when no one's looking, just like.
Ha-ha!
Are you just like kind of like
Just a
kicking
little-
it in place while you're holding it?
Yeah, just a
Okay.
tiny drop kick, just to like
Yeah,
look in the
I believe
face,
I was
you know.
So-
chipmunk. So
The
Did
chipmunk.
you punt the beaver?
Oh, sorry, not a squirrel.
I'm the beaver.
Squirrel was.
Oh, I definitely
Fluon.
punt the beaver.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not far. I'm not killing.
Not even have to roll for it. You kick, and then it's just beaver into Yenni, and then chipmunk into Diedre, who falls flat on her backside. Yenni gets up, and you guys, start pointing out like, "Hey, we made it back," and everything.
oh, Diedre's silent treatment. She's obviously not happy about anything that has transpired recently. FYI.
Sure. What do y'all want to do?
Well, I suppose we should get Fluon back.
Have we, in our polymorph forms, are we aware of what happened, or is that our just kind of we were animals?
Yeah,
so we don't
you're
know?
aware.
Oh, okay.
I'll say, I think polymorph, you become the animal. It's not a, but I'll say, just for the sake of narrative, you're caught up, you are aware that things are happening and you have a vague recollection of like, you were moved from one place to another. So in a strange primal way, you were like, yeah, okay. But then they catch you up kind of quickly on like, hey, we made it back and here's everything. So that all takes place.
As aware as Yenni would be. Got it.
Yeah, you
Should
didn't
we-
quite pick up on conversations and whatnot, but you're introduced to members of, what happened.
Holding the squirrel, who is Fluon, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Melvin will say,
Should we bring him back as well?
Well, yeah, he's got to go back, right? That was the whole point.
kind of throws him in
We
the
had to find him.
No, he wouldn't do that. I don't know. Smack him on the head.
Just drop
I
him
guess.
from shoulder height, yeah.
As you guys are talking about Pluon and the squirrel, like if you're gonna smack the squirrel and bring him back, you see this woman come up, and she's an older halfling woman, and she comes up to Yenni, and she says, "Excuse me, what is your name?"
I'm Yenni.
Were you raised by a tribe of orcs?
Yeah, the donks. Well, the donks were a part
Right.
of the tribe.
The Dunks, yes. And next to her, this older man with kind of a receding hairline, still has curly hair, rosy cheeks, comes up and he says, "Oh my stars, I think this is her." Gosh golly, I don't know how to say this, but Yenni, I think you're our daughter. We're your parents. And Yenni, you kind of look at both of them, and you've seen your own reflection a few times, and you do see a strange kind of resemblance with the woman, although it's completely foreign because you don't spend a lot of time looking at halflings. You kind of see yourself as an honorary orc, but it's there is something there. The man says, "My name is Nathaniel, but some people just call me Nate. This is Imelda. I feel like we need to tell you why we gave you up all those years ago. There was invading tribes, but we had done we had done trade with the orcs a couple of times. We provided them with potions, and we had a good relationship with them, but there was goblins. They would invade. They were attacking, they were taking some of us, and we were worried about... It looked bleak. We escaped out of the town, and we found the tribe, and we asked them to take care of you. We knew you'd be safe with them. And we tried to find you. They're a wandering tribe, so didn't have much luck.
How did you end up all the way over here?
After the burning of the original village, a couple of the remaining halflings, the community, one of them had some family here in Heaven's Breath, and said that we should all move, start up new, and we didn't have anything left. Well, I made the decision. Your mother wanted to keep looking, but I thought it would be best if we moved on. We'd try to find you maybe later, when you were older. I know you can't forgive us. I'm so sorry.
You know, I don't get angry very easily. But, how could you stop looking for me? How dare you stop looking for me?
And the woman says, Imelda says, I'm so sorry, my dear. You have every right to be angry. It was the hardest decision I've ever made, and I regret it every day. And look, we're not expecting anything. We just... Somehow I just knew. If you ever needed anything, I just want to let you know that we're here.
Well, I don't need anything, because I have a mother, and I have a father. So,
I understand.
thanks for telling me.
Of course. We wish you well, and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saving us.
Mm-hmm. And Yenni walks away, visibly very, very upset.
Yeah.
But holding it in with barbarian-like rage.
All right, with that, some goodbyes are said. It's still... the hour has not transpired yet, but it's getting close. Other thank yous are said. Some people are giving you produce and stuff like that, and it gets to the point where you're like, no, we can't take anything else. You still have the squirrel and or not the squirrel. You have the hedgehog and the squirrel with you, and you are ready to go.
Oh, Flint, it's good to see you, and you're a good person for staying here and helping these folks, and I'm sorry for all the punching we did, and it was just, I look forward to seeing you again, even if...
Listen, yeah, you don't owe me anything. In fact, I have to admit something myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't completely honest with you.
No?
I was hunting you. I mean, I was looking for you, and I got picked up by these shadowy people in Valentrell. These I think they call them purifiers.
That sounds very ominous.
Yeah. You guys, as soon as he says that, you all remember because you all were actually picked up by them as well. He says, I was taken to their main guy in the temple. His name is Narsendrell. He's a...
Narsendrell.
He's a kind of a high-to-do, high cleric of this... I can't remember the name of the...
Hey, Melbin, write down Narsendrell.
And you've heard the name Narsendrell. Melbin, as soon as he says that, you remember that because Gustavo actually mentioned Narsendrell. He's like, oh, you're not going to get in there and talk to this high priest of Avaros. That's Narsendrell. He's this new kind of the new ruler of the land. The high priest is essentially the head command person. And he says, well, he met me there, and he said, he clocked me for a knight, but I said, no, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, well, there's other knights that they run into, and he mentioned a few of them. And as soon as he mentioned you, I said, oh, I know that guy. That's the guy I'm looking for. That's all I want. And he said, well, what do you want? If you can bring him to me, I'll give you whatever you want. And I said, I just want to go back to the fire plane. So I made a deal with him, and he was going to send me back if I brought you to him. He wants to meet with you. He wants to see you for some reason, but I was going to take you there. I wasn't going to hurt you or anything. I just want to go back home, Iggy. I'm just telling you this because, well, you deserve to know, and I'm sorry.
All right. Now, I understand. Well,
just be careful.
You help these folks here. We'll deal with Nos and Drill on their terms, and we'll get you back to the fire plane. Don't you worry.
All right, fair enough. I'm in no hurry, I guess. I've been here this long. I guess it's not that bad.
Oh, you take care, my brother.
So you all say your goodbyes, and you tap on your tattoos, and you go back. You find yourself pulled through the ether and the lights and all of these stretchy feelings happening, and you emerge back in the Grumble Gate. No one is around. There's actually none of the sorcerers are there.
Uh-oh.
So after some looking around, you make your way up. And you find yourselves in the main foyer. And
hello, hey, anybody? We need full containment of this hedgehog right here. It's very important.
Boone is there. Boone is in the lobby, and he turns around. He's like, "Oh, hey guys! We were getting a little worried about you. Is everything okay? Oh, look at that cute little hedgehog."
It's complicated, but in a moment, this hedgehog's gonna turn back into an evil overlord, and we need to do something about it.
Well, we do have, I guess, sort of a brig. If you want me,
Let's do that. Yes,
okay,
yes.
so he kind of takes you over up to, actually, in one of the side rooms, and he goes through and he leads you through, and it opens up. And he sort of telekinetically shoots a beam and moves the hedgehog. It sort of floats and goes right in the middle. And it's just like, it's just kind of floating in its little legs. It's very round, little spikes everywhere. And it just kind of, and it just kind of plops down on the ground. And then Boone sort of concentrates for a second, and these bars from the side, this kind of, and they create sort of a jail cell for all intents and purposes. He's like, oh, is that going to be enough? Is he going to be able to get out of there? Or like what kind of...
Is there anything to block magic?
Is it got like a... Yeah, anti-magic field or whatnot?
Maybe, maybe Lucky might have something. Let me go... Hey, Lucky! And he kind of floats away, and...
Because I don't trust anything, Melbin's going to take out his javelin and just, like, through the bars with the point, like, right at the hedgehog's eye. It's like...
Don't try anything, you bald-headed evil person.
Kind of sniffs that thing, and Lucky comes back in. Hey, what's the problem? Oh, goodness. Why do we have a hedgehog in a jail cell? That's not...
Well, he's been polymorphed by some pixies.
Right. Boone said something about trying to create...
Yes, darling, an anti-magic field, and I'm afraid time is of the essence, so if you could do that swiftly.
When he turns back into what he's going to turn into, are we just worried about him casting a spell? Was that what's happening?
Primarily,
He has some sort of ability to mind control people.
Oh my goodness. I think I got something. It might not be pretty, but I think I might be able to help. So at that moment, you see the hedgehog kind of shimmer for a second, and the fairies are still floating around you, kind of popping in and out, Theo, and they're like, oh, time to go!
Goodbye.
Bye! Would you like to hear it? Would you like to hear another joke? And just right up, just goes away. Hedgehog turns back into the halfling, and he's like,
Be quiet, or this goes through your eye.
and he just says, well now, and all of a sudden this kind of shimmer goes around him, and he's like, and you see his mouth moving, and as you back up, you see this round sphere, this translucent large sphere, and you see Lucky's hand out, kind of like, he'll be all right for a little bit. I won't be able to hold this forever, but until we can at least bought us a little bit of time. At that moment, Pluon actually kind of turns back. And he's like, and he's like,
Is he still in Theo's hand?
wow.
Or?
No, he just kind of whoop.
Hey, buddy.
and Pluon's like, oh, hello, hi, and he's, oh, hello again. Good to see you. I'm glad they were able to find you. I'm not sure why they turned you into a squirrel. He's like, it's a long story. I'm real sorry. Well, reason I ask is, you actually have a visitor.